How do you choose a new perspective when you have been choosing one all along? A different one that seems familiar, one that you created and you call a belief. How do you choose differently? You have heard this before, but you must be present in the moment where you are aware.
Hello, how you doing?
You are thinking.
Give me 10 minutes of your time and I'll
Say stop.
blow your mind.
I wish to perceive this differently. Someone is murdered in front
My
of
name
you.
is Constantine.
How can you
This is
perceive
Anubis
that
channeling.
possible?
Here, I'll start it over for you.
There is a way.
The Lord of the Underworld, of the True Fire.
I come with peace and much love to your
Nope,
ether
of
race.
course. People
I
are too
bring with
busy.
me
Dad
frequencies
just
of love
left.
and
Couldn't even
frequencies
give me
of
5 minutes.
everlasting,
People,
pure,
man.
organic light.
This is why.
I am speaking to you in words
Whatever.
that your consciousness can understand and interpret. Both your conscious and
Hello.
unconscious minds knows
If you
the
give me 10 minutes of
information
your...
you must know at this point in your shift. I will be telling you more wisdom and conscious information and hope you will take it to your heart. Always know that all messages we send you are already known in your heart and aura, but you are not aware of it yet. These messages we send you to channel and interpret are merely healthy reminders. That aside, we will always continue to support you and guide you through this exciting time. We will be here to help you tap into and reconnect with your true self. I am speaking to you because I understand your current situation. I know much about your third dimensional incarnation. I know very much about your motivations. Those same motivations are asking you to compete against each other. You are striving to be the best, but what will that give you? Relax. You will all each have a gift of your own. You will always celebrate its spirit truly. This mission that you are on right now, it is a mission of mystery. You don't quite know everything, although we have given you everything you need. You must embrace each day, each clue we give you with an open mind. Soon everything will fit together. Everything will be what it is meant to be, and you will be blessed and relaxed. Each day is a blessing. Each second, each moment of time is a blessing. You must focus on the now, living in the... This is what you must openly accept. Not being in the present can lead to you missing important. Living in the present is the true meaning of your life at this moment. This is what you must openly accept. Not being in the present can lead to you missing important pieces of life knowledge. Perhaps you are contemplating something unimportant, something from a different presence. We sent you an array of light information, but you could not receive it because you were not in the now. You were not embracing the presence or expressing gratitude for the present moment. I do not expect to see gratitude every moment. This is impossible at your level. But I suggest you change your energetic shift frequency when something happens that could have been given more contemplation, more gratitude, more grace. Say to yourself, perhaps I am being handed a key to etheric realms for my dreamscape. We do understand that it can be hard to remember to think of this as an important moment though. We understand. We always do. I will tell you that every day you are given transmissions and frequencies that mean something to your outer as well as in your mind. Some of our messages are huge messages. Messages that seem to fall from the sky like a plane landing at your feet. These huge messages are given to you through sacred light and everlasting knowledge. This is your key to the realms. It is always change. It is always transformation. You can choose to perceive this thought as negative or positive one. I myself see this positively. It is newness and metamorphosis. But I can also understand the point of view that may point out that this is negative. You have been here before. The universe and the Creator will continue to remind you often of this. Often enough that you can catch yourself quickly judging something and then think about it for a moment. We do not think that your perspectives are wrong. There is no such thing as wrong in the fifth dimension, and we simply believe that some perspectives serve you well, and others feed off of you. You know which ones do not serve you. They are the negative ones. The ones you may have chosen out of negativity. And when they are chosen and chosen and chosen over and over again, the same perspective, the same perception, the same judgment or assessment, it becomes a belief. And by that point, you are attached to it. You have created a neural pathway in your brain. You have created a thought form based off of one glimpse. Now this may alter your thinking from now on. That is why your mind must always be in motion, allowing things to pass into your mind, allowing yourself to think about them, and then, whatever your opinion, letting it go into etheric thought form nothingness. But sometimes you cannot let go. Anything that you create, you care for. You protect it as though you have created a child. And you have. A child of your belief. This is what began the belief systems that imprisoned humanity. What have you created as a pattern of thought or belief that has brought you to this point? And why are you still choosing to covet this thought form that you have created? These are questions to ask yourself. I wish to speak to you of this in conjunction with this particular year of yours, which is 2016. It is full of major transformation. And this year of major transformation, this pinnacle of the transformative process that began many, many years ago and that will continue many years beyond this year. This pinnacle was created by the collective consciousness of humans as well as alignment of stars, planets, galaxies. It has been created as more intense than it needed to be because of fear. So much thought is put toward this year. So much thought has been put toward it for hundreds, thousands of years. So much speculation, each believing something different about it. What it means, what will happen, what won't happen, what might happen. So much thought and all types of thought contribute to its thought form. You create a belief and you carry the thought form within your energy fields. But the collective creates a belief and it hovers throughout the entire network of humans and then it affects the earth itself. I'm not telling you this because I want to blame this pinnacle on you with your ancestors' thoughts. I am simply saying that if you shift your thoughts about it now, you can create a shift in the entire experience here, this entire existence. A dozen people can create a shift. You, an individual, can contribute toward a shift in awareness, and all of you in this room are doing that because you are light workers, light carriers. So how is this done? How is this shift created? How do you choose a new perspective when you have been choosing one all along? A different one that seems familiar, one that you created and you call a belief. How do you choose differently? You have heard this before, but you must be present in the present moment where you are aware of what you are thinking. From there you can say, stop, I wish to perceive this differently. Someone is murdered in front of you. How can you perceive it as positive? There is a way. Perhaps you simply say to yourself, there is a purpose for that, a divine purpose, and it is beautiful and it is a blessing. It is a blessing that I witnessed this event even though you do not know why. You talk about faith. Yet how much of it do you really have? How much of that faith do you feel? Faith is a concept, yes. It is also a feeling. It is also a knowing. The deepest trust in the divinity of everything, not some power outside of yourself. And yet that power is outside of yourself, and it is also inside of yourself. Have I confused you? Are there questions? You want the key to understanding? You want the key to enlightenment? It starts in your mind, controlling your own mind. Because you can meditate and you can focus on bringing energy in your crown center, or whatever it is that you do that is outwardly focused. And that is fine. You can do all of those things. You can do all of the chanting and the bells and the toning and the tuning forks and all of your different modalities. And then you leave that place and you start thinking negatively about the person driving in front of you. Where you start worrying about tomorrow. Where you start beating yourself up about something that was not finished or completed, and you cancel it out. This is not enlightenment. Even attending a place of worship. This is wonderful and good. It matters not what type of worship or what type of religious spirituality you engage in, but don't engage in it just once a week. Engage in it more and more throughout your day, every day, throughout your moments. You don't have to come back to reality. What does this even mean? What is reality? Because you can shift that reality at any moment and make it different. But part of you fears change. Part of you fears that difference. You want the familiar. And yet the familiar is holding you back. The familiar is blocking you from that enlightenment you seek. The familiar seems safe, but that is illusion. Safety is a concept. You are always safe. Your soul is always safe and is always in the light, because it is light. So you want to know how. You want to know the key. It is switching off the negative mind anytime you can notice that that is where it is living. That is the key. It is not the technique. It is not the chanting. Although those things are certainly helpful. Because the more you engage in these techniques, the more you can remember the state of being that is most helpful for you to be in every moment of every day. It's training, it's practice. Eventually.
What's up? Wow, you've been listening the whole time? That's Anubis talking. Nah, man.
You will not need the tools. You will just be it. You will just be. The oneness joins me now, and in a moment we will speak to you of some more things and some more understandings. As we integrate, as we merge, I wish to mention also that humans have a fascination with ancient teachings, and this is partly wise. Because ancient peoples were not bombarded with so many opportunities to be afraid. They did not have as much fear as humans have now. Therefore, these ancient teachings can express some purity within them. Modern teachings are certainly multidimensional. They certainly contain more information, more wisdom, and certainly more frequencies than ever before. So both are helpful. Event _7143031. We are E3 oneness. We are the oneness. Grateful to have the opportunity to be in
This is
your
Anubis
space
speaking,
again and to imbue
and
you
then
with
after
our
I will
frequencies,
introduce myself and my DMT trips,
helping you to
which are nuts.
train to our frequencies.
If you heard the DMT
The
is
frequency
strongest
that you are,
hallucinogen known to
but
man
for
or
now,
substance.
we help you to train to us.
Your body makes it.
Raising the frequency means rising above what you
So
call
this is
reality
Anubis
to
channeling,
a more multidimensional
the Black
reality.
Angel.
We would like to see you existing in third, fourth, and fifth dimensional realities.
All this is real.
Throughout most of your
The
days.
spirit world is more real than the physical
And as you
world,
do,
because the spirit
you begin
world
to see
is
more,
the
sense more.
spiritual world. It's just we don't see it.
Become more connected with your guidance,
You don't see it.
it becomes more clear.
So pretty much watch this.
Everything becomes more.
I'm gonna pause it. So what DMT showed me is that everything around you is just 3-dimensional. Everything has 12 to 27 layers. So like your table, people's faces. Oh, my magic ball fell out of my head. Hold on. My ball of wisdom fell. So everything has layers, and everything is conscious. Everything is made out of the exact same substance, which is ether. So the 3rd dimension is the most densest version of the spirit world, and people think their emotions and thoughts are not causing a ripple effect or doing anything to the environment, but every thought of negativity changes the 0-point field, which everything is connected through. Everything is connected through the one thing, which is the 0-point field. This, you can call it an atom, but it's more than an atom, because if you think about it, what makes the atom, stay in place, and what makes everything perfect? See, they're trying to copy. Artificial intelligence is trying to copy this 0-point field, and they're trying to externalize God, like, for example, people are always trying to go somewhere. They think an ascension, if you heard about it, like it's somewhere you need to go. They're not satisfied in their body. They're trying to become something that they're not, when really ascension happens inside of me and in you, because you and me are, each person is the 0-point field. So picture this. We're all individuals. I'm not you, you're not me. Let's say we're an atom or a specific 0-point cell. All of the cells in your body or the molecules make up you, which is the universe, which is the you are the universe. So just like the universe has planets and stars, constellations, galaxies, right? They're not conscious of themselves to the point where everything is unified. What 0-point convergence is when every molecule in your body, enlightenment, but this is full enlightenment. See, people talk about enlightenment. Let me tell you what enlightenment is, in my opinion, right? So every atom in your body and cell in your body, you become conscious of as the universe. So when you become conscious of every cell in your body, that means you are now the creator in flesh, which is matter infused into form, which is the Pisces. It's the 2 fish swimming opposite directions, because that's the final evolutionary point of a human being. When matter finally meets ether, spirituality, mind meets heart. See, the thing is, they tell you that that thinking a lot, reading occult books and reading more information will get you enlightened. So it's like, let me read 1,000 scriptures and 1,000 books about God or enlightenment, and then I'll be enlightened. Nope. It's like reading about driving and driving. It's like reading about sex or having sex. It's like talking about wisdom or being wisdom. It's like speaking about knowledge or embodying the knowledge. It's the experience that people are lacking. Sure, everybody can sit down and read a bunch of books about what God enlightenment is, but it's like, what is God? So let me get to the DMT experiences. Woo-wee. So DMT is created, most of it's created in your lungs. That's why a lot of people say you got to do deep breathing techniques. And a lot of it is made in your pineal gland. That's what gives you dreams, and supposedly that's what people see when they die. The DMT releases. So they say you have to see with your third eye, right? But that's the trap. That's the trap with it. See, the third eye. People first have to find out what love is, because in those dimensional planes, in the DMT world, in the spirit world, every moment to moment is based on what Nikola Tesla said: vibration, frequency, and sound. So whatever you're thinking and whatever you're feeling is exactly what you're manifesting and creating in an instant, moment to moment to moment, for eternity. So each person needs to first embody the attributes of love, unity, and compassion within themselves. And they need to control their emotions and thoughts. Like if you're let's say you take a bowl of DMT, right? And you're like a drug dealer or a prostitute or a killer, or you just like, or you hate yourself and you are very condescending towards yourself and judgmental, you know what I'm saying? And you think that thoughts don't matter. In that world, the moment, let's say, you rip a DMT bowl, DMT, it's made out of Mimosa hostilis. It's a bark that is found in Brazil or Mexico, and it's just a bark that you can extract from a very simple alchemical process. Extract a beautiful golden to white powder that looks kind of like coke, but it's not. It's just like the powder of the gods. It's golden. It's like the rawest form of it's a golden, beautiful, crystallized powder, right? And a gram of it, let's say, you take a little bit of tobacco and a little bit of mint. I like to take a little tobacco, some mint. I like to mix what else in there? Licorice mint, tobacco, a little bit of the bark, and you can put a little bit of like whatever you want. Make your own like herbal blend, right? And then you put it in a little bong kit and you sprinkle a little bit, just a tad bit of DMT on top. You rip it, you hold it in a bong or a pipe and hold it for 10 seconds. The moment you exhale after 10 seconds, boom, boom. There's no escaping it. So whatever people are holding on to, their fears and attachments, they will literally manifest as hallucinations moment to moment for the entire trip. And see, at first when I started to take DMT, I started seeing like two-dimensional hallucinations, you know what I'm saying? Like it was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where people think it is. They think that it's like the astral planes, like the little hallucinations, little visuals are coming at me. They're coming at me, externalized, right? See, that's like the devil's playground. People think when they start to see that type of shit or leave their body and go to like lower planes of existence, they think that that's awesome. See? But let me tell you something. I never left my body. I was always conscious in my own body. When I would close my eyes, I would see the hallucination, but I wouldn't say it was with my third eye. It was more with like your consciousness. Like I knew where I was present, but I was everywhere. Like, okay, for example, you close your eyes and I know I'm here, but I open up a portal and I fly through it. At first, it was like a hallucination. Okay. You left? I was getting to the good parts. Man. Are you still here or you left? Oh man. I was getting to some really good stuff. You back? You're back? Or is this a different person? I have to start over. Hello? Or is this the same person I was just talking to? If you can type something just to confirm so I can pick up from where I left off. Or is this somebody new? What's up, guys? So I was explaining DMT and my experiences. So long story short, you know how they say you have to open up your third eye, this and that. So people want to see stuff. They want to like, experience outside body experiences, right? But they don't clean their emotional states and they don't work upon themselves to release that unnecessary baggage that everybody holds within them, guilt, doubt, hate, judgment, you know what I'm saying, even addiction, lust, prostitution, because all that stuff in the spirit world manifests as an infinite barrage of hallucinations that keep going and going. And the more you feed into like negative thoughts and emotions, the more you experience more negative hallucinations and negative experiences. Like in the vision, it's more real than this physical reality. Like when you close your eyes on DMT, like it's like whatever is real reality, but it's more in depth and it's everywhere at the same time. So at first, I had a lot of good trips, right? But the visuals were coming at me. Like I couldn't control what I was seeing. Like, it was cool what I was seeing, but it was like a trick, it's like an initiation of who we really are, which are divine creator beings. So these visuals were coming at me for a while, right? But over time, as I was doing DMT, when I've been doing it a lot, I started to be able to control my spiritual trips. And over time, I started layering the reality with my eyes closed onto the reality with my eyes open, and they merged. So with my eyes closed or with my eyes open, I wouldn't be seeing with my third eye. I would be seeing the levels of reality layered on top of the third reality, the spirit world mixed in with matter, with my two eyes open. So I was fully conscious after a while, and then I started to be able to control and create my own realities by being able to control my own thoughts, emotions in the moment to moment experience of eternity, 0 point, as it was happening. And DMT is something that everybody will have to experience at one point or another, because it's the final stage of evolution when all of your chakras, and there's not 7 chakras, 7 are the physical chakras, there's 5 more above that. There's 12 chakras, right? There's 12 zodiac signs, we have 12 chakras. So this new thing that's happening is the 13th, we're moving into the 13th creation called Ophiuchus. It's the missing zodiac, it's the feminine divine serpentine energy, it's the Kundalini awakening. So we are like pretty much conduits of spiritual divine essence and energy. So the point of human evolution is to bring in divine energy, the creator, into human form. And every individual has to experience their own spiritual awakening as the one being that who they are, as themselves. And everybody is the source creator. Everybody is one, but they're not one with each other. They're only one with everything when they awaken to become the one. See, this is the trick between this new age shit and the false light Lucifer, dark shit. So we're all one only when we become one with ourselves. Then we become one with all things. And each person has to become one with themselves and then all things. And when you experience things, you are one, and nothing exists other than you, because you are the one that exists, that created everything. Everyone, me, you, we all have the connection. Like Amun Ra, the story of a self-made creator God. So Amun Ra, the story of Amun Ra is that he found Atan, the inner universal spirit within himself, and he self-manifested himself as the king of the universe in human form, which I have accomplished as well. See, to do this, you need to find and hit a certain level of frequency of universal divine love within yourself. And this love is nothing like your girlfriend or your mom or your dad. Like, that's love. Your mom loves you and stuff. But the divine love is such a high degree of essence that when you hit it, you hit it yourself, self-love, and then you express it outwards. Like, you realize that the couch and everything is alive, and it's an expression and an extension of who you are. The couch, the way your house is set up, the way you decorated everything, the way everything is set up in your place is a self-expression of who you are. So if your place is clean and you're clean and you look good and you look sexy and you look vibrant and alive, you look alive, you got the sparkle in your eyes. People don't have the sparkle. You see the sparkle in my eyes? People don't have a sparkle in their eyes no more. They don't have the pizzazz, the chutzpah, the authenticity of being themselves. They're lacking that self-love, the trueness, to speak your mind, to be yourself, to love, to understand yourself and to understand everybody around you. So when you awaken, you realize that you are the singular point of all creation, and everything is you, but you're yourself. And you're able to manifest and create things. Now things are not coming at you. You start to create and radiate from your heart center. You become the 0 point, like this, right? So it's like all of this is the pathways back to the middle. There's many humans and many understandings. Like, you and me are not one. My experience is my experience, and your experience is going to have to be your experience. But the one truth is that at the end of all that experience, you're going to come back to the exact same thing that I came to. Universal, divine, 0 point self. Back to the very beginning. The very, very beginning. Like, after all the experiences have been experienced, Source becomes one with himself. And not everybody's going to accomplish this. This is what it means to be human. And see, you can't explain this. It's like, why do some people achieve this and some don't? Because call it divine will. But see, I don't think it is. I think you need to be searching so hard for something that you don't know exists, and you need to believe in yourself and in something that you don't think exists until you manifest it into your life and you prove yourself right the whole time. People might call you crazy, you know? People might call you insane. See, it's beyond religion. It's beyond human conception until you conceive it. And still, when you conceive it, it's impossible to explain with human words because the emotion expands. It's like all your senses are like boxed up. And when you awaken to yourself, it's like you finally see, oh, I was holding on to so much shit, you know? I had to release a lot of shit, fear, doubt. And once you get past it, it's nothing but love and just pureness. And then the reality, like I said, blends over the second over this reality, and you start to see this reality and how it should be. Like this reality is like you're seeing like a flat reality. You should see how it looks like on DMT. Holy crap, it's crazy. Everything is like it's like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dimensional. It's like it's so even you be looking at the table, you'd be like, whoa, that's a crazy looking table, and it's conscious. Everything is conscious. Everything resonates energy. So it's like it's an input output. Whatever you input in that moment while you're on DMT or the spirit world, you get back the same thing. So if you're putting out love and excitement, you'll get back love and excitement at first. But once you awaken to yourself, you become the creator of all creation. And now you're creating things beyond understanding. But see, the thing is, the ego, like my name is Constantine, it didn't understand what was going on. Like it was trying to comprehend what was going on. You need to see, there's a language that everybody knows how to speak, and it's not any language on planet Earth. In fact, you don't even move your mouth. You first got to shut your fucking ego off and shut your mind off. And then once these visuals start, you know exactly how to control and move around in that world without even knowing how you know, because the ego is not going to be able to conceive it. So everybody tries to bring this infinite, amazing, beautiful reality, this experience into human words. You know what I'm saying? They're always trying to explain in human words, which I'm trying to do, but I'm not going to limit it. It's unlimited. There's no explanation for what can be experienced person to person, because it's going to be completely different for each individual, because source creator is unlimited and we are all source creator. And none of us have the same energy blueprint and signature, just like we don't have the same voice or fingerprint, you know, or mind state. So every person's goal from the beginning of their creation as a spirit, they have to go through all the kingdoms, mineral kingdom, animal kingdom, plant kingdom, then a human. And then as a human, you have to awaken your mind. You know, you have to understand the morality of what's right and what's wrong. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to get to the point where you don't have to read a book to know what's right and what's wrong. Because when you get to a point to be able to awaken, you already know how to act. You don't need to read nothing to know that this is right and this is wrong. This is a wrong thought, this is a right thought. This is a right action, this is a wrong action. So if you're afraid and you hate, you're going to get back in a mirror reflection in a spiritual version of hallucinations and visuals, the realities that you have created for yourself. So if people are always hateful and judgmental, and you know what I'm saying, just they're like pieces of shit, they will see themselves for what they are. Imagine their whole lifetime into one emotion, and then they realize, oh fuck, I was a dick, or I was so fucking angry, and I was just like, you know, just fucking hoarding all these fucking negative emotions and thoughts. And the point right now is to release all that shit and just be in the moment. It's like, enjoy everything that is happening and everything that you do moment to moment, because that's the whole point of creation. And see, being human is the only way to accomplish enlightenment. Because when you're a spirit, you don't have the opportunity, because it's an eternity there. It's a lot more harder to get to an enlightened state of mind, because once you hit a certain frequency and you're stuck there, you have to it's eternity. Like there's no time. It takes a while to climb the ranks. But in human form, the whole point is when you awaken in human form, you get to stay young and alive and human forever. So the whole point is to stay me while becoming my true self, matter and spirit combined into one evolutionary new 13th design called the Epiphecus, the 13th zodiac, which is the serpent, which is the Kundalini awakening, right? It's the primordial energy of who we are. It's connecting the circuit from the bottom to the top, but this time infusing the mother, the father, the son, and the fourth one, the new one, is you, the ego, this character. You know what I'm saying? Because what's going on is what I'm explaining would have to be felt when you lose your body, right? The whole point of what's going on now in this new creation of design that's about to occur is that for the first time ever, the human body will be able to feel and experience the afterlife in physical form, making it 0 point. No death, no life, the middle, creating a brand new reality that has never been existed before, which is like everybody becomes Christ. Everybody, is this what I'm talking about? Is Christ consciousness, unity consciousness. So everybody is one with the one being, but the opportunity to be yourself and create as yourself as the one, which is the most beautiful thing. So what's going on in the world is the New World Order and these evil alien ETs and the Cabal, the Illuminati, they know what's coming. They know what's coming. This convergence, this 0 point alignment. So the Mayans spoke, let me take a break. The Mayans, what I'm talking about is not just my opinion. The Mayans spoke about this. The Zoroastrians spoke about this. Heck, it's even in the Bible, the second coming. But see, they didn't understand. It's not going to be a man that comes out of the sky. It's going to be the light. It's going to be photon gamma radiation from the sun, because we're entering a photon cloud. It's a photon cloud. And when the sun releases a solar flash, it's going to charge and ionize the solar flash sun rays, and it's going to be gamma photon radiation. Like it's going to rain upon this earth. When that happens, it's going to open up our DNA. Some people are going to get burned because they're too heavy. They have too much negativity that they've contained into their container, which is called annihilation. You know, but it's nothing personal. It's like a 26,000 year cycle. The demonic beings since Atlantis have been trying to create this new world order, technocratic society, right? They're trying to make everybody one, but through technology, make everybody into a hive mentality. You know what I'm saying? Where we will become a collective mentality naturally, like a biological ascension versus a technocratic ascension. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much when or if any human after the solar flash, the DNA opens from 2 to 12, 24, 36, or 48 strands. So we only use 2% of our DNA, right? And then we have 96 to 98% junk DNA. What's going to happen is the 96% junk DNA is going to open up, and we're going to be able to use 100% of our DNA and 100% of our mind, like some Lucy shit. Dematerialization in human form. Moving between dimensions, like, you know, like you'll be able to like pop in and out of different planes of existence while you're still in human form. You know what I'm saying? Like some above angels, above Lucifer, above Satan, above any being, because we are, you know what I'm saying, the top design. We are the blueprint of Christos Sophia. Like we are the universe, multiverse. We're above all. Everybody, you know what I mean, is waiting for us to become this, because we will be like the Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We're here to annihilate evil. That's what humans are. Like when any human accomplishes this, you can control all the elements. It's like you are the creator in human form. You know what I'm saying? Me, you, whoever accomplishes this. But it's so beautiful that we are going to co-create. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get to that level, you don't want a war. You don't want to do nothing other than have fun and adventure and create beautiful things. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want a war when you can have crazy, like it's unexplainable. Flight, being able to fly, levitation, dematerialization, telekinetics, telekinesis, teleportation, telepathic, clairvoyance, claircognizance. You just give me a break. Give me 1 second. Take a break. Yeah, this is what we're coming to. So we're pretty much in the end times. What we're experiencing right now is end time madness with the whole world. You know what I'm saying? War, this and that, coronavirus. See, we're in the end times, because let me get back to it. Going back to what the Mayans were talking, the Zoroastrians. This is exactly what they were talking about. 1 second. One second. I'm gonna roll up myself a cigarette. Is anybody? Are you watching? Am I blowing your mind yet? Can you type something? Can you type something, please? So I know I'm not talking to myself, which I don't mind, but it says one person is watching. Is there one person in here? Or is this shit glitching? Or have I been talking to myself the whole time? Hello? Is anybody here? No way I've been talking to myself the whole time. Hello? The one person watching this, are you here? Hello? Can you answer yes or no? Was that the answer? Was that the answer? You liked it and then you unliked it? That was. Do it again. Do it again to confirm. Do that again to confirm before I go on. Like it and unlike it again. Man. Hello, hello. All right, all right. I got you. I got you. You're here. So, what the Zoroastrians were talking about and the Mayans, we're talking about, and what the Vedics were talking about, we're pretty much when you complete the entire zodiac cycle, all the 12 zodiacs, you get to a point where there's a great reset. Since Atlantis times, it takes 26,920 years, or 920 years for a zodiac cycle to complete. And the guy left. Wow, people, man. And he left. Well, anyways, cheese. Whatever. Whatever. I'm done. Oh shit. Are you back or is this a new person? Is this a new person or the same person I was listening to? Because if this is a new person, I got to start everything over again. Can somebody type something like to let me know? Are you a new person or are you an old person that was just listening to it? Why are you making this so hard? Can I get some confirmation here or what's going on? Wow. Well, I'm gonna end the live. Do you want me to end the live or you want me to continue? Because I'll continue. I'm almost like I'm like 65, 75% done what I was saying. I only got 30% left. And I'm gonna wrap it up in a beautiful way. Can somebody respond? Like, holy shit. Am I talking to myself here? Okay, so I'll continue. Fine. So the world has been run for 26,000 years by the Cabal Illuminati. Our planet got invaded back in the day by reptilian aliens. There's been a huge war in our galaxy between evil and good. Obviously, duality, right? So the government, the 13 bloodline families, and you can check it out for yourself on a $1 bill, American $1 bill. If you count the steps to the pyramid, there's 12 steps to the pyramid, and the 13th being the eye on top. The eagle is holding 13 arrows and 13 flower things or little berry twig things, and it's 13. So it even says the New World Order, Annuae Coeptos, right at the bottom. See, it's like all in your face. So these 13 bloodline families are pretty much genetically modified. You can call them vampires. Yeah, literally, like the world is run by vampires, dude. Yeah, and they drink blood and eat babies. I'm not joking. See, the world has been run by 13 bloodline families: Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and pretty much their clique is the Freemasonry, right? Freemasonry, Jesuits, Knights Templar, Freemasons. You know what I'm saying? They worship the light, Lucifer. And see, these beings, they don't know what love is. They want power, control, domination. But they also want enlightenment, just like they want the enlightenment, right? But they use black magic. They use occult. They use, they want to find what I'm talking about through artificial means. You know what I'm saying? Like bypassing it. Who has time to go into nature and go within themselves? People need money. People need power. You know what I'm saying? People need. So we're coming to the point where the reason why all this shit is happening in the world is because they know they have a limited amount of time. It's a timeline war. They are going for a timeline where if enough people, see, we're in a collective. If enough people on planet Earth choose to be dominated, then unfortunately the world is going to end. Like destruction. What I mean by that is planet Earth, Gaia, her name is Gaia, planet Terra, she's conscious like you and I. It is macro to micro. Just like we have cells in our body, we are the cells in all of the nature, plants, rivers, oceans, this and that, are the combination of all the nature and everything, all the elements, and us are her, planet Gaia. And she's at the point now where she's ready to ascend to a higher spiritual dimensional plane. And whoever's ready is going to go to this new world with her. And everything old is going to be left behind. We're like in the middle right now. We haven't quite finished off the old paradigm reality, but we haven't quite entered into the new paradigm reality, because now it's like choices, people. And everybody's making their choices right now, whether they want to continue their old life of bullshit and fucking money making and fucking, you know, insignificant human dumb shit, which has been created as a slave planet. We're in a slave planet. So going back to these aliens, fine. Anunnaki, the false gods. Since Mesopotamia, Babylon, Egypt, Greece, all the civilizations, right? Right before the ascension process, these beings would fucking destroy everything purposely, so they can keep control over the planet. Now they can't do that anymore because what's happening now is crazy. Our planet has aligned with a central sun called Aldebaran of the Pleiades, which is aligned to an even big. So if our sun is, let's say, this big, Aldebaran is like this big, Sirius B is like this big, and then it goes bigger, like the suns. So the central sun of this universe is huge. It's like, you know, it's like this. It's like there's a source creator of this universe. But see, that's only a little aspect of the. There's a multiverse. I'm talking about just like every cell in your body. Imagine one atom is this one universe. Now, a combination of all the atoms in your body create you, one being, right? That one being you is the one being source, but in a micro form of it. So if you add all the galaxies, all the planets, all the civilizations, all the experiences, all the elements, everything creates one being, which is the source creator. Multiverses, okay? Oh my gosh. Yo, this is nuts. So we have aligned, and we're aligning to the central point of creation. We are now aligned with 0 point, the highest point of the dimensions. And all the dimensions are merging into one dimension called 0 point. When this happens, everybody will call it Judgment Day, call it the end of the world, call it ascension. Everybody will know who they are. From the beginning of when their soul got created, through all of their experiences up until this point, like all the lives, all the bodies, all the aliens that you've been, everything up until this boom point, everybody will know exactly who they are, and they will merge with their higher self and become themselves. They will become the character of who they are. And everybody's going to have to answer according to the laws that were set by universal laws standards. Everything that everybody has done will be answered for exactly how it was done, right? So the point is to forgive and forget and release everything, because this new creation, this new last body that we have in physical form, by the way, it's the last physical form reality that people are going to have on this planet. You're in your last body, and so am I. There's going to be no more reincarnations after this happens. So this whole reincarnation is called a recycling. So these Anunnaki beings have pretty much infiltrated Earth, and they started fucking playing a false reality game. So when a person dies, they enter into these false light, you know, like a tube. It's called an Anunnaki recycling center. And see, just like the DMT I was saying, the external would come at you. So it's like, you know, somebody believes in Jesus and you die, you'll see a Jesus. The whole point is they don't want you to realize that you're the creator. They want you to bow to whatever they can make you bow to. God, Allah, fucking name it, Yahweh, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, fam. But see, the thing is, every God and every religion is the same. It's the demiurge. It's the fallen angelics. It's the devil. What's the devil? The devil is the accumulation over the beginning of this creation universe. It's the accumulation of all evil that everybody has done up until this point. And everybody's going to have to face the devil within themselves, their shadow aspect. So if somebody thinks that they are, you know, afraid of like, you know, if you're a murderer and you think that you can kill without getting away, you'll have to face yourself and face the devil. You know what I'm saying? And the whole point of what's going on now is that every single person that is part of this Illuminati cabal and child raping and all these aliens, they have been deflecting their karma and putting it onto us and convincing us to come reincarnate lifetime over lifetime, thinking like, you know, like you haven't accomplished this, you haven't accomplished that, you have to keep going back to Earth. See, they trapped us. The Earth is not a planet. Earth was made originally by nature, but they now bypassed nature, and now nobody cares about nature. People care about the false reality, which is, living in a building, having a property, having technology, going to work, driving a car, having sex, eating fucking food that's not natural. You know what I'm saying? Like, not homemade cooking, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get me? So we're going back to the original reality, which is nature, which is the primordial version of perfection. Like, it's perfect. Like, what I'm saying is it's like, what, you don't need technology, you don't need planes, you don't need nothing, because you are the technology, the biological 0 point field of reality. Like, we are the greatest technology. So the sum up of everything I'm saying is that people need to realize that the only thing that matters is love, like real love, beyond unconditional love. This doesn't even do justice to who and what we really are, because we are a part of the divinity of the Creator, which is us, and we are it. Nothing is outside of you. Everything is inside of you. You are you, and no one else is you, and no one else will understand and thyself. No one understand you other than you. So to awaken, you need to believe that, first of all, it's possible, and second of all, you need to understand that there's nothing more important than to release all attachments to this physical material world, because everything here is an indoctrination of the devil. Nothing is real, right? Nothing is real outside of yourself. Everything that you create inside of yourself is the only thing that's real. And to create the real, you must love unconditionally, you must be harmonious, you must be unified, and you must treat everything like you treat yourself. And how can people treat everything like they treat themselves if they treat themselves like shit? So, pretty much, that's the wrap up of the video. And you do your own research, and that's what's up. Everything I said is how it is, and you gotta love yourself enough to admit that you're the creator, and release all doubts and belief systems that you think are real, because the only thing that's real is what you believe is real. So if you think something is outside of you and you think that there's something above you, there's nothing above or below you. You are equal to everything. So on that note, stay lovely, stay amazing, and you know what I'm saying? Believe the unbelievable, which is about to happen. It's already happened, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Become Amun Ra. How? I don't know, but if it's meant to be, it will be. Namaste.